Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers at Arlington Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Rick Reuschel, whose record is 9-15 with a 4.74 ERA. And pitching today for the Texas Rangers is Doc Medich, whose record is 11-9 with a 3.74 ERA. And so the Tigers dealt the Rangers their fifth loss in a row, and it was a slugfest yesterday. Bibby for the Tigers barely made it through 5 innings. He did get the win, and Hall of Famer Fergie Jenkins didn't make it through 4. So Jason Thompson had a career day. He had 2 home runs, a double, 5 RBIs. And the Rangers hit 3 home runs as well. So I expect more of the same today. Today's matchup is Rick Reuschel and Doc Medich, both average pitchers. And so let's go ahead and get the game started today. As always, I appreciate everyone who follows along. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying this content. Let's take a look at the bullpen as it's taking its sweet time. There it is. So all of our bullpen is available today. The bullpen, other than Dave Tobick, pitched well yesterday, so that's a good sign. And we do have some different players in the lineup today. Both Parrish and Kemp are shown as tired. And so I moved Hancock up, and I moved Richie Hebner to the DH spot. Baylor's going to take over for Kemp. And Tommy Brookins will be playing third base today. So let's go ahead and switch it over to the year stats. And we'll go ahead and do the lineup rundown. And on the right side over here, you'll see the 1980 Topps card that represents the player. So batting leadoff and playing second base is Lou Whitaker. Batting second and playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting cleanup and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting fifth and catching today is Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth and DHing is Richie Hebner. Batting seventh and in left field is Bob Baylor. Batting eighth and at third base is Tom Brookins. And batting ninth and in center field is Omar Marino. And on the mound for the Rangers is Doc Medich. This is his 27th start. He's 11-9 with a 3.79 ERA. Opponents are batting .268 against him. And he does have 7 complete games this year. He's got 187 innings pitched already. It's pretty impressive. So here's Whitaker leading off the game. And Whitaker's going to slice it to left field, and it gets down and gets all the way to the wall. And Whitaker's got himself a double to start off the game. Just noticing the Rangers' defensive alignment, someone is playing catcher who's not a catcher, and that is, I believe his name is Mike Hart. Yeah, he's actually a second baseman, but they stuck him behind the plate today, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know what that's all about. So Whitaker's on second. Alan Trammell's up next. Trammell's going to ground it to short, and Whitaker has to hold as Trammell's thrown out first. And here's Jason Thompson, 0-4 against Medich, but he is the hottest Tiger. He's got 7 home runs in his last 9 games and 23 RBIs in the last 20 games. And he's going to pop it up into foul ground. Garvey has it. That's the second out. So it's going to be up to Gary Hancock to drive in Whitaker. And there you go, base hit to center field. Whitaker scores from second, and it's 1-0 Detroit on the RBI single from Gary Hancock. So 2 down, Hancock's at first, Carlton Fisk is up next, and he goes down swinging. So we head to the bottom of the first. We're up 1-0. Here is the lineup rundown for the Rangers. Batting first and DHing is Jim Norris. Batting second and playing catcher is Mike Hart. Batting third and at first base is Steve Garvey. Batting cleanup and in right field is Richie Zisk. Batting fifth and at third base is Buddy Bell. Batting sixth and in left field is Johnny Grubb. Batting seventh and at short is Robin Yount. Batting eighth and at second base is Bump Wills. And batting ninth and in center is Mickey Rivers. All right, and Rick Reuschel's up today. He's making his 13th start for Detroit, 27th overall. He's 5-6 since coming over with a 4.02 ERA. Opponents are batting .287 against him, and he has thrown 2 complete games. So, I mean, he's been average, but we needed an innings eater, and he's been doing the job. So, Jim Norris will lead off against Reuschel, and Reuschel strikes him out on a curveball. So 1 down, and here's Mike Hart, career minor leaguer, playing catcher today in his first at-bat of the season. He grounds it to second, and that's 2 down. Next up is Steve Garvey, who had a home run in yesterday's game. And he's going to hit a line drive to Kemp, and it falls in front of him, and it's a base hit for Garvey. So 1 down, runner at first for Richie Zisk. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts against Reuschel. And Garvey steals second base. I think the hit and run was on there. So a stolen base for Garvey against Fisk. And now Garvey's in scoring position. It's an 0-1 count to Zisk. And he walks. So 1 walk for Reuschel now. Runners at first and second. And Buddy Bell's up next. And Bell hits a high fly ball to right field. Hancock has it for the 3rd out. So no damage as we head to the top of the second. Here's Richie Hebner leading off. Hebner is going to get an infield hit to 3rd. And so we have the leadoff runner on again. Next up is Bob Baylor. And let's sacrifice bunt with Baylor. Baylor lays down a bunt to 3rd, and he's successful as Hebner takes second base. So runner in scoring position, 1 down. Here's Tommy Brookins. Not a very good average against righties, 177. We're going to have him hit to the right side. If he doesn't get a hit, at least we can move up the base runner. And he does that as he grounds it to second, putting the ball in play, and Hebner takes 3rd. So runner 3rd, Omar Marino's up next. And a pass ball scores the run. So playing some small ball paid off as we take a 2-0 lead. Here's Omar Marino again. We've got a 3-1 count. And he pulls it into right field for a base hit. And we're not going to go for a double. We're going to say no. But we are going to try to steal second. And if he's thrown out, at least we're back to the top of the lineup. So let's see what happens here. And he does steal second base. So good job by Marino. Runner in scoring position for Sweet Lou. And Whitaker is going to hit a fly ball into left center field. And it's caught for the 3rd out. So we head to the bottom of the second. 2-0. Johnny Grubb's up. This guy's crushing it this year. He's got a .353 batting average against righties. And he's going to hit the ball into the left center field gap. Will it get down? Nope, it's going to be caught by Baylor in left field. That's his natural position. We usually put him out in center. But as I mentioned, he's filling in for Steve Kemp today. And next up is Robin Yount, who had a home run in yesterday's game. He's batting lower in the lineup as he grounds it to 3rd for the 2nd out. So with 2 down, here's Bump Wills. And Wills goes down swinging. So that's 2 strikeouts now for Rick Reuschel. And we go to the top of the third. Tram's going to lead it off. And Trammell's going to ground it to the second baseman. And Bump Wills throws him out. So 1 down. JT's up next. Looking for his first hit against Medich. And he grounds it to Wills as well. So 2 down. And that's going to leave it up to Gary Hancock. Maybe 2-out rally. Oh, he gets drilled right in the hip. So we have Hancock on first. And that's going to leave it up to Carlton Fisk, who's going to get a base hit into left center field. Hancock takes third. And first and third now for Richie Hebner, who had that infield single in the last inning. And he pops it straight up on the infield. And Garvey has it for the 3rd out. So to the bottom of the 3rd, 2-0 Detroit. Mickey Rivers leading off. Mickey Rivers was the only batter who did not have a hit between the 2 teams yesterday. And he grounds it to short, and that's an error by Trammell. So Rivers is safe at first base. Jim Norris back to the top of the lineup. Rivers has got some speed. And Norris grounds it to third, and they get the lead runner at second. Norris safe at first. So 1 down, and here's Mike Hart again. And he takes a 3rd strike looking. So 3 Ks right now for Reuschel. Looking pretty good so far as Steve Garvey steps in. And Garvey grounds it to Brookins. That's the 3rd out. So the error by Trammell is no big deal as we go to the top of the 4th. Still 2-0. And Bob Baylor will lead off. Baylor grounds it to short. And that's 1 down. Next up is Tommy Brookins. Brookins hits a high fly ball to center field. Wow, 378 feet, but it's caught by Rivers in center field. So 2 down. Here's Omar Marino. And Marino walks. So let's test him again. Same strategy, try to steal second base. If it's unsuccessful, at least Lou Whitaker's up, and he is caught stealing as he pitched out. So they saw that one coming. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Richie Zisk to the plate. Reuschel's at 60 pitches, and there's a base hit for Zisk, only the 2nd hit for the Rangers. So 1 down. I'm sorry, nobody out. Zisk at first. And Buddy Bell's up next. Bell grounds it to second. That should be 2, and it is. So Whitaker turns the double play. And 2 down. Back to Johnny Grubb. On a 1-2 count, he laces it to left, but it's going to be caught by Baylor. And that's the 3rd out. So to the top of the 5th, game is moving along. 2-0 Detroit. Sweet Lou leads off, and there's a base hit to right field. And do we want to stretch it into a double? I'm going to say no. So Whitaker's at first base. We're going to hit and run with Trammell. And Trammell grounds it to short. Whitaker's safe at second. It's 1 down. And here's Jason Thompson, 0 for 2 today. And he's going to look at a 3rd strike. So that's 2 outs. And Whitaker's still standing on second base. Gary Hancock is up next. And he pops it up behind the plate. And Mike Hart catches it for the 3rd out. So to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 still. Robin Yount leads off. And Yount pops it up to Trammell. It's 1 down. Bump Wills with 1 out. Grounds it to Trammell. Trammell's been busy at shortstop today. So 2 out. Here's Mickey Rivers. And Rivers grounds it to Trammell as well. So Trammell gets an assist on all three at-bats there in the bottom of the fifth. And let's go ahead and switch it over to the in-game stats. Take a look. Not a lot to see. A couple stolen bases. Whitaker 2 for 3, looking like the player of the game so far. And Carlton Fisk will lead off. And that's a base hit for Fisk into left field. And again, we have the lead runner on. Let's see if we can do something with that. So here's Hebner. He's 3 for 6 overall against Doc Medich. Fisk at first. And he goes down swinging. So 1 out. Bob Baylor. 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice bunt. And he slaps a base hit to right. Fisk takes third. And it's first and third for Tommy Brookins. We're going to let Brookins swing away. I was going to hit and run, but it's not worth the risk. And he takes a third strike looking, so it wouldn't have mattered. I probably should have done it. So 2 down, first and third. Here's Omar Marino, and Marino pops it up. So a wasted opportunity, bad management skills there. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Rick Reuschel still under 80 pitches, so looking pretty good. Jim Norris leads off the inning. And Norris is going to get a blooper into right center field. He gets down for a base hit. And he holds it first. Norris has some good speed. So Norris at first base, Mike Hart up next. And Hart pops it up. And Norris catches it. Thompson makes the catch. So 1 down for Steve Garvey. And he turns a double play. So to the top of the 7th, Whitaker's up next. And a base hit to right field. And Whitaker maybe go for 2? I'm going to say no. So runner at first. Here's Trammell. And we hit and run. And Trammell grounds it to third. Whitaker takes second. And there's 1 out. Up next is Jason Thompson. And Thompson's going to get a base hit. Finally, first hit against Medich. And that's going to... we're going to test it. And Whitaker is safe at home. So an RBI single for Thompson. He's keeping up his incredible hitting streak. Gary Hancock's up next. And Hancock strikes out. So runner at first. And Carlton Fisk is up next. And he's going to ground it to short. So that's the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Richie Zisk is up next. And Zisk goes down swinging. So 4 Ks. Reuschel has been totally dominant. Only 3 hits against him. And Bell is going to hit a fly ball to center field. That's 2 outs. So with 2 down, Johnny Grubb's up next. And Grubb grounds it to first. So 1-2-3 inning. We head to the top of the 8th. And Texas is going to bring in a reliever. It's Jim Curran. This is his 44th game. 2-1 record with a 2.53 ERA. Opponents are batting .235. And he's got 19 saves, so they're bringing a closer in the 8th. Down 3 runs. That makes no sense. But nonetheless, Richie Hebner's up, and Hebner goes down swinging. So 1 out. Bob Baylor's up, and Baylor's going to hit a pop-up to the 3rd baseman, and Bell makes the catch for the 2nd out. So 2 down. This game's moving along. Tommy Brookins is up next. And Brookins grounds it to 2nd. So a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Reuschel's still looking good, sitting pretty at 90. Robin Yount is up first. Oh, and he walks Yount. So now this is where we have to kind of keep an eye on things. And Yount steals second base. So that run means nothing. But we do need to watch the pitch count now. As Bump Wills grounds to first. Yount will take third. And we have a couple lefties up, but I think Reuschel has earned the right to try to finish this game off. And Rivers pops it up to first. That's 2 outs. And Reuschel has a chance to get out of it with Jim Norris back to the top of the lineup. Oh, and there's a base hit through the right side. Yount scores, and there goes the shutout. So Reuschel had 106 pitches. We're going to see if he can finish off this inning, and then we'll bring in Senior Smoke to close it out, if we're so lucky. As Norris steals second base, they're just running like crazy on Fisk. So 2 down, and there's a base hit for Hart. Unbelievable. So that's it. We got to take him out. And we're going to bring in Dave Tobick. 2 down. Tobick, it's 0 for 2. Garvey's 0 for 2 against Dave Tobick. There's a full count, and they walk Garvey. So we're on the verge of letting this game get away from us. We got to pull the outfield in, just in case something drops in. Hart's got a lot of speed at second, and Tobick walks. The base is loaded. So this is not looking so good, and Buddy Bell's batting .338 versus righties. And there is a grand slam. And just like that, we're down 6-3. Well, Tobick, you suck. I guess we'll bring in Capizzello, and maybe he can get Johnny Grubb out. And Grubb grounds it to short. And they're going to bring in a defensive replacement. They're bringing in Jim Sundberg. They couldn't start him, but they're going to bring him in to catch here in the top of the ninth. And that's going to, we're going to have a little rally going here with Omar Marino. And there we go. Marino, base hit through the right side. So runner at first. We got a chance. There's always a chance. We're going to hit and run with Sweet Lou. And Whitaker's going to ground it to short. Marino takes second. I should have known something was up last inning when they just kept stealing down 3 runs. The game had some other design in mind. As Trammell strikes out, it's going to be up to Jason Thompson to preserve this game. And there you go. Wow, I haven't seen a game turn like that in quite a while. Tigers lose 6-3. And we needed that one. We let one get away. Let's take a look at the transactions. And nothing of note. And we'll go ahead and pull the box score up. I have no idea who the player of the game should be. I mean, really, Reuschel deserves some consideration. But maybe we'll take a look and see if anybody... Well, yeah, I guess it should be Whitaker. He went 3 for 5. I left Reuschel in maybe a little too long there. And Tobick takes a loss. He's 4-2, didn't get a single out. And the win was Jim Curran, so the Rangers did the right thing, bringing him in. He pitched 2.2 innings there, giving up only 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. So great job, I guess, by the Rangers, playing the odds there. And from Arlington, this is signing off. Everyone have a good night.